You need God's definition of goodness. And you need discernment in order to appreciate God always. There are things we complain about, and yet there are the ways of God to the manifestation of his glory in our life. Hannah complained every year, and yet if she had eyes that could see, if she had the mind of God, if her mind had been transformed to define goodness as what God defines goodness, every year that woman would have had something to give to God. One of the things God had given this woman was favor before her husband. Are we together? God had given her husband's heart. That was something to thank God for. God had given her husband what her husband could apportion for her. She could have brought that portion to God. Are we together? Having God's definition of goodness will make you interpret your life situations and circumstances correctly. Joseph was sold into slavery, the goodness of God. Joseph was hated by his siblings so much so that they wanted to kill him and they were willing and ready to kill him, the goodness of God. Joseph goes to Potiphar's house. He is lied on, sent to prison, the goodness of God. He interprets the cupbearer's dream, forgotten for 2 years, the goodness of God. The goodness and the mercy of God. When you have God's definition of goodness, you will see God every day of your life. Begin to discern God. Begin to be sensitive to God. There are situations that you can be forced into and you feel so rebellious against them. There is something in you that says, this is not my story. This is not the end. Are we together? God is birthing strength and courage against that principality, against that narrative, against that cycle. You are the generational curse breaker. Are we together? You are forced into that situation. You may have been born into it, but there is something in you that refuses to settle, that refuses to rest. Are we together? And that is willing to pay the price to step out of it. Many times who we are is discovered within the narrative of struggles, within the narratives of failure. In these hardships, the thing you are complaining about within that path is whatever it needs for your life and your godliness. Is whatever you need, the tools for the manifestation of the will of God are within your story as is. As is. Be content with God. To be content with God is to have the revelation of his goodness. You did not set me up for failure when you sent me on this earth. You did not set me up for failure when this is the story that you gave to me. It is because you set me up for success that you gave this story to me. That kind of mindset begins to see God. That kind of mindset begins to discern the tools that God has set on their path. We waste a lot of time complaining. Let us spend that time in the presence of God. Father, open my eyes to your goodness. This story you have written for me, what I have experienced up until this point, it has been your goodness. But I will not draw out your goodness if I cannot see you, if I cannot discern you.